Once upon a time, in a land far, far away, nestled between shimmering mountains and vast, sun-drenched meadows, lay a prosperous and peaceful kingdom. This kingdom was renowned for its beauty, but even more so for its two remarkable princesses, Brunhilda and Seraphina. They weren't just known for the silk of their gowns or the sparkle of their crowns. No, stories of their incredible courage and profound wisdom were sung in every village and whispered in every corner of the court. They were the pride of their people, a symbol of hope and strength. The kingdom thrived under a blanket of tranquility, with laughter echoing through the cobblestone streets and fields bursting with golden harvests. Yet, as with all tales of light, a shadow lingered on the horizon. Beyond the safety of the kingdom's walls, past the towering, jagged peaks of the forbidding mountains, lay the Gloomwood Forest. This was no ordinary forest. It was a place of perpetual twilight, where ancient trees with twisted branches seemed to claw at the sky, and a chilling mist clung to the ground like a shroud. From the very heart of this dark forest, a mysterious and ancient curse had begun to seep out, slowly poisoning the land and threatening the very heart of the kingdom. Whispers of the curse spread like wildfire. Crops began to wither in the fields, the once clear rivers turned murky, and a strange melancholy fell upon the people. The kingdom's oldest and wisest scholars delved into forgotten texts and ancient scrolls, searching for an answer. They discovered legends, tales passed down through countless generations, that spoke of a magnificent and terrifying dragon. This wasn't just any dragon. It was a creature of immense power, tasked with guarding an enchanted crystal known as the Heartstone. This crystal wasn't merely a gem. It was the very source of all magic in the land, maintaining the delicate balance between light and shadow. The legends claimed that something had disturbed this balance, causing the dragon's magic to run wild and create the creeping curse. The solution was clear, yet seemingly impossible. Someone had to venture into the Gloomwood, find the dragon's lair, and restore the Heartstone to its rightful state. Fear gripped the kingdom. Who could possibly face a dragon and survive? While the kingdom's bravest knights debated and planned, Princesses Brunhilda and Seraphina knew what they had to do. They could not stand by while their home and their people suffered. They were determined to be the authors of their kingdom's salvation. Armed with unshakable resolve, the two sisters prepared for their perilous journey. They didn't seek heavy armor or a grand army. Instead, they sought the counsel of the royal wizard, a wise old man with eyes that twinkled like the night sky. He gifted each of them an enchanted sword. Brunhilda's blade, named Insight, glowed with a soft blue light, said to reveal hidden truths. Seraphine's sword, named Empathia, shimmered with a gentle golden hue, capable of calming the wildest of hearts. With these magical blades at their sides, their own courage as their armor, and their sharp intellect as their guide, the princesses bid farewell to their tearful parents and rode towards the dark outline of the mountains. Their quest had begun. The path into the Gloomwood was not a simple trail. It was a labyrinth of challenges, designed to thwart any who dared to enter. The very air grew thick and heavy, and strange sounds echoed through the trees. They first came upon a chasm so wide it seemed impossible to cross. Guarding the only bridge was a grumpy old stone golem who spoke only in riddles. "To cross my bridge," it rumbled, its voice like grinding rocks, "you must answer me this Premeda Abbey cities, but no houses. I have mountains, but no trees. I have water, but no fish. What am I?" Knights before them had tried to fight the golem, only to be tossed into the chasm. But Brunhilda, her mind as sharp as her sword Insight, stepped forward. She thought for a moment, her brow furrowed in concentration. Then, a smile lit up her face. "You are a map," she declared. The golem's stone face cracked into a semblance of a smile, and with a low groan, it stepped aside, allowing them to cross the bridge safely. Their journey continued deeper into the forest, where the magic was stronger and stranger. They navigated whispering woods, where the trees would try to lead them astray with false promises of shortcuts, and they waded through illusory swamps that appeared solid one moment and were sinking mud the next. It was here that Seraphine's gift truly began to shine. They were cornered by a pack of large, menacing shadow wolves. their eyes glowing red in the gloom. Instead of drawing her sword to fight, Serafina held out her hand, her blade empathy, pulsing with a warm, calming light. She spoke to the wolves, not with threats, but with a gentle voice, sensing their fear and hunger. She offered them the last of their rations. The alpha wolf, surprised by this act of kindness, cautiously approached. It nudged her hand, and then led its pack away, clearing the path for the princesses. Seraphine's compassion had turned a potential enemy into a fleeting, silent ally. She befriended chattering sprites who guided them through confusing pixie circles, and even earned a nod of respect from a territorial griffin by helping to mend its injured wing. Her kindness built a network of small, magical friendships that helped them navigate the treacherous woods. Brunhilda's logic and Seraphine's empathy were a perfect combination, a key and lock that opened every obstacle in their path. Finally, after what felt like an eternity of trials, they reached the heart of the Gloomwood. Before them stood a massive obsidian black mountain, and carved into its side was the entrance to a cave, shimmering with a palpable, ancient energy. This was the dragon's lair. Taking a deep breath, they entered. The air inside was surprisingly warm, filled with the scent of ozone and the soft, rhythmic sound of something huge breathing. The cave was a cavernous space, its walls glittering with thousands of embedded jewels, casting a rainbow of colors across the floor. And there, in the center of the cavern, lay the dragon. It was larger than any tale had described, its scales the color of molten gold, and its eyes closed in what looked like a troubled sleep. Curled protectively in its massive claws was the Heartstone, a crystal that pulsed with a chaotic, sickly purple light. This was the source of the curse. As they drew closer, the dragon's eyes snapped open. They weren't the malevolent, fiery slits of legends, but deep, ancient pools of sapphire filled with an overwhelming sadness and loneliness. It let out a low, mournful rumble, not of aggression, but of despair. It was clear this creature wasn't a monster. It was a prisoner. Using her gift, Serafina could feel the dragon's immense pain. It had been bound by an ancient spell centuries ago, cursed to guard the Heartstone, and unable to leave the cave. Over the long, lonely years, its sorrow and despair had seeped into the crystal, corrupting its pure magic and unleashing the curse upon the land. The dragon wasn't the villain of the story. It was a victim, just like their kingdom. Brunhilda, her mind racing, examined the base of the crystal. She saw ancient runes etched into the stone pedestal, glowing with the same sickly purple light. They formed a magical lock, a binding spell. It was a complex puzzle of symbols and light, one that required not force, but understanding. Working together, the two princesses approached the great beast. Serafina spoke to it, her voice a soothing balm, telling the dragon they were there not to harm it, but to free Italiano. Brunhilda, guided by the blue glow of her sword insight, studied the runes. She saw the pattern, the sequence needed to break the spell. With the dragon's trusts earned through Seraphine's kindness, it allowed them close to the crystal. Brunhilda directed Serafina, telling her which runes to touch in which order. As Serafina gently pressed the final rune with the pommel of her golden sword, the purple light shattered. The Heartstone erupted in a blinding flash of pure, white light, and the heavy, sorrowful magic that filled the cave simply evaporated. The dragon let out a roar, but this time it was not of pain or anger. It was a roar of pure, unadulterated joy and freedom. The curse was broken. The great dragon, whose name they learned was Ignis, dipped its massive head in a gesture of profound gratitude. With the balance of magic restored, the Gloomwood itself began to change. The oppressive mist lifted. Sunlight streamed through the canopy for the first time in centuries, and the twisted trees straightened, their leaves turning a vibrant green. Ignis, now a friend and guardian of the land in a truer sense, flew with the princesses part of the way home, his magnificent form a symbol of the restored peace. The princess's return was met with a celebration unlike any the kingdom had ever seen. The fields were already turning green again, the rivers ran clear, and the people's hearts were light once more. Brunhilda and Serafina were hailed as heroes, but they were honored not just for their victory. They were celebrated for the qualities that truly earned it: Brunhilda's sharp intellect and Serafina's boundless compassion. Their story became a new legend, a tale told to every child in the kingdom. It was a reminder that true courage isn't just about wielding a sword or facing down a monster. It's about the strength of a clever mind, the power of a kind heart, and the magic that happens when they work together. And so, the two brave princesses ruled for many years, their wisdom and empathy making the kingdom more prosperous and peaceful than it had ever been before. Thank you for watching this story unfold. If you enjoyed this tale of courage and keenness, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more adventures. Until next time, may you find the strength in your own wisdom and compassion.